Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 308 of our Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. Today, let's talk about your life beliefs, your overarching life beliefs. Yesterday, we talked about thoughts. I'm going to run through a list of thoughts and beliefs. And what is interesting is in many cases, they're overlapping. It's pretty hard to separate a thought from a belief. But a thought is a fleeting, short thing, something that pops into our head. It might even just be in a subconscious back of our mind thing that pops in, and it doesn't really have a huge impact on our life, right? We have like 80,000, and I don't know if this is true or not, but statistically I've read and heard repeatedly, doesn't mean it's true, right? But it probably is 80,000 thoughts a day. That means 80,000 messages and thoughts are running through our mind every single day. So how do we know which ones are important and which ones aren't? Well, we have a subconscious mind that decides for us. It keeps and stores absolutely everything, and it files it away in our brain. Works a little bit differently for all of us, although the process is the same. How we assimilate and use information varies from person to person. Sorry about the alarm. But our beliefs are, number one, thoughts we think a lot. If you think, I'm not good at this, I'm a klutz. I used to think this one all the time. And guess what? When I believed and when I thought I was a klutz a lot, I started to believe I was a klutz and uncoordinated, and I would slip and trip and fall and have accidents, right? Or I'd do silly things because I had decided my identity was that I am a klutz. So think of thoughts as things that we do all the time automatically. You know, we observe things and we have a thought about it, or we ask a question about it. Our beliefs, on the other hand, are things we may or may not choose, because just because we believe something doesn't mean we consciously chose to believe that. Actually, the vast majority of our beliefs we didn't choose. This is how we created them. We created them by having a strong emotional event linked to a thought or an experience, and all of a sudden we link up and have a belief about that. And the thing is, when it switches from just a thought or a series of thoughts to a belief, because we've thought it a lot, because we had a strong emotional event or experience that was attached to that thought or belief, now our awesome brain and our subconscious part of our awesome brain starts to find all of the evidence for that thought and belief to make it true for us and make it part of our identity, because we make decisions and choices based on our beliefs. It makes life simpler. If we know what is for us and what's not for us, it's a lot easier to say yes to some things and no to others, because there's way too many things and way too much information coming at us at any given time to have to consciously think out and filter everything. So our subconscious does that for us. And what happens is, over time, based on our experiences, based on our emotions, because we're emotional beings first and foremost, we get a whole bunch of beliefs, just like viruses and computer software running in our subconscious. Some help us, a lot of them keep us safe, but others actually go against what it is that we want. A lot of them I shared about how I had a belief that I just wanted to be comfortable, and my identity was I was just going to be financially, relationships, everything comfortable. And it meant I made safe choices instead, or what my subconscious and beliefs thought were safe choices. They weren't necessarily the right choices for me at the time. And over time, it took me time and a lot of pain and not suffering, but painful experiences to understand that I was making choices based on beliefs that I'd accumulated over the decades, years and decades of my life back then and continuing today, without really consciously choosing them. So we want to consciously pay attention to our thoughts and realize that if we are thinking them and they're happening at the same time and it might not even be a related strong emotional event, we will link those things up and they will become a part of our belief system. So let me share just a bunch of thoughts that I looked up with respect to life. Life is fleeting, unpredictable, series of choices, about growth, a balance. Life is what you make it. Life is a gift. Life is about relationships, about purpose, journey of self-discovery, series of challenges. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about learning from your mistakes. It's a gift of nature. It's a puzzle. Now, how do we take those thoughts? And my list from yesterday was challenges, full of surprises, awesome, for me, etc. Now, our beliefs can be, and they can be whatever we want, but we want to pay attention today and see not only what thoughts are coming up, but what is supporting that and what's behind those thoughts, and have they gone from being a thought to a belief. A lot of mine have gone to a belief. Like I'm gonna just do this throughout the day, but so far I've already got 5 on my, okay, these are actually beliefs of mine. And then after I do this day and look at all the beliefs that pop up, I'm gonna say, are these serving me and moving me toward what I want in my life, or are they moving me away from what I want? And if they're moving me away, I'm going to replace them. I'm going to get rid of them, because then they are limiting beliefs, because they're preventing me from getting what I really, really want in life. And I'm going to eliminate them by replacing them with something else. And we could talk about, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll talk about that process. Yeah, I got tomorrow's topic. We'll talk about that process tomorrow. How do we eliminate limiting beliefs once we discover that they're operating or conflicting? If you don't like limiting, because I don't want anything to limit me, you can say conflicting beliefs, because we all have them. And it isn't until we figure them out and discover them that we actually can do anything about them. So, for example, some of my beliefs about life are, the universe is rigged in my favor. And you don't have to believe that. You can choose, and a lot of people do, to believe that the world is out to get them, and that the universe and the world and other people and places and things and events are there to cause them harm or to hurt them. Not a very powerful perspective from my perspective. So a while ago, I decided I'm gonna believe in true and look for evidence to prove the belief that the universe is rigged in my favor. I believe that life is for me to be me and to be a continually improving, better version of myself. I believe that life is here to teach me what I uniquely need to know to become a better human being. I believe that life is awesome. I believe that life is ever changing and surprising, and sometimes you just never know what's going to happen. But I also believe that no matter what happens, I can handle it. I believe that life is what I make of it. My life is what I make of it, based on my choices and my decisions. Those are only 5 I've done so far, because it's still early in the morning, right? But I will come up with at least 10 of them. But think about some more of these. Do you believe life is a gift? Do you believe life is a journey? Do you believe life is a test? Do you believe life is a miracle? Do you believe life is a struggle? Do you believe life is cyclical? Do you believe life is what you make it? Do you believe life is short? Do you believe life is about relationships? Do you believe life is a mystery? Do you believe life is a gift from a higher power? Do you believe life is a continuous learning process? And again, how it goes from a thought to a belief is, if you think it a lot, over and over and over and over again, repetition builds skill and mastery, right? In anything, including our thoughts. And then those thoughts become beliefs. Or were you having certain thoughts when you were experiencing super emotional events in your life? I know my sudden cardiac arrest changed a lot of my beliefs about everything. Why? It was not only a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual event, but it was a significantly emotional event. So all of the feelings and all the thoughts I had during that time period linked up and became beliefs and got installed in my subconscious. And I started filtering events in life and things in a different way than I did before that event. All right, if I can help you in any way with this, hit me up. Of course, there's a write-up in Guide 17 of the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group page, where you can always box for me or ask, right? In anywhere you see this post, you can put a comment on it, or this video, you can put a comment and ask a question. Because chances are, if you have the question, so do other people. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day. Action item today: notice and just write down the beliefs that you have about life, right? Beliefs meaning they're pretty solidly a part of you and your identity, right? If you believe you're smart, if you believe you're not smart, if you believe whatever you believe about yourself is true, right? If you think you can or think you can't, either way, you're right. All right, love that saying. Have a great day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.